You're worried about my outfit, and I'm still wondering why you haven't uploaded any content. Loser. What if I told you you're closer than you think? Would you believe me? Or would you just say this is another bullshit video? A lot of you have been wondering, where have you been, Kyrie? And I want to answer that question, but first, I want to say something that has been on my mind. I have recently just released a mixtape. However, I'm not here to promote my mixtape. I'm here to tell you exactly why I released the mixtape and why that kind of relates to you. So when I released my mixtape, I know that I've expressed that I've been through a lot of things like heartbreak, sadness, depression, but that's not exactly where my mixtape started. It's also the root of my childhood, and let me explain to you why. When I very first started doing YouTube, I always knew that I wanted to release some type of body of work that people will always pay attention to. I've always been a fan of albums, mixtapes, anything that could make me dance or sing. Even from day one, I always tell people that music has always been my first love. Here's what I need you to do. What is your first love? Think about it. It doesn't have to be music. It doesn't have to be art. It doesn't have to be something creative. It could be anything. All of us are placed here for a reason. Now, in the midst of me creating a mixtape, like I said, I always wanted to release a body of work. But where did that come from? Have you ever been drawn to something that you don't know the reason why? Like, you know you're so drawn to it, but you're trying to figure out why? That's because that's your inner child calling to it. Growing up, a lot of us, we had passions, but they were looked to as hobbies. Think about it. If you were a fan of coloring or drawing growing up, you're probably most likely supposed to be an artist. If you were into TV shows and acting and being dramatic, you're most likely supposed to be an actor. Or that may be your path. Me, I was always drawn to music, singing, dancing, so I always knew that somewhere along the line, I would have to do something that relates to music. In order to just feel at home or to just feel comfortable, it has to be something with music and something with me expressing myself. So, like, again, I want you guys to continue to follow me because I want you guys to unlock your full potential, because I'm trying to figure out why y'all have not reached your full potential. That's really why I'm here. Like, I'm really trying to sit here and talk professional, but no, I'm really trying to let y'all know, like, y'all need to reach your full potential. It's right there at y'all fingertips. Just keep listening. I promise you, it all makes sense. I promise you, it all makes sense. As we grow older, we move away from our childhood. And meaning that most of those hobbies or those childlike things that we like to do, they're often looked at as those things won't make you any money, or we get told things like, that's not a real job. So what we are forced to do, we're forced to find those real jobs or find those things that will make us money. And often that's how we all end up in situations that we don't want to be in. We all know in the back of our mind what we want to be or what we have a dream to be. But what happens if you actually pursue that dream? What happens if you step towards that dream? And once you start pleasing your inner child, I promise you, life gets a lot better. Not only pleasing your inner child for emotion and trauma reasons, feeding your childhood self through creativity, passion, and everything that your inner child has always wanted to do. That's what inner child is about, especially as an adult. That's how we get back to where we're supposed to be, because you have to feed your inner child. Which brings me to my next topic. As an artist, people sometimes get bogged down, and I feel like in today's time also, people are looking at numbers. Numbers this, numbers that, numbers this, numbers that. How many views does this have? How many likes does this have? If this gets this many likes, I will release this. If I get this many subscribers, I will do this. If I get this many views, I will do this. And that's where you're wrong. That's the number one sign of you not feeding your inner child. Once you start feeding your inner child, you start to realize everything that you do or everything that you want to do, it's not about the numbers. It's not about how many views something gets. It's not about how many subscribers you have. It's about who's watching. And the only person that you need to worry about that's watching is your inner self. And I think that's not going to click for a lot of people, because a lot of people are going to be like, oh, it's always inner child, or it's always, you need to do this, you need to do that. I may even be making, like, and it's just like, it's the perfect analogy of, you ever hear artists, like when we hear about an artist and they're coming up and they say like, okay, so how did you know like it was time, and how did you get to where you at? They always say, I hit rock bottom.
Your middle name is Hallelujah.
Right.
Did you always feel different from your siblings?
My mama always say she marked me.
You never knew deep down that one day you'd go on to do incredible things? You didn't feel that?
I ain't feel it. I ain't know what I was gonna do. I knew I wanted to do something, but I never really knew what I was gonna do as a kid.
I worked at Starbucks, and oh my gosh, this lady named Cindy, she was a new manager, she hated on me, and she fired me, and I hope she's watching because I still hate her.
At the time, I'm working at Chick-fil-A.
First 9 to 5, security 2 weeks.
Fired today. I don't give a fuck. to be honest. Either way, I'm gonna be straight.
And you know why they thought it was over? Because they hit rock bottom. They hit rock bottom, and they're like, okay, so what do I do now? That's when you start pulling from anything that you can. And little do you know, that's your inner child. You're working from what you know. So if I have nothing, what am I able to do? What makes me happy? And that's how we get artists today, because they hit rock bottom. Or even from the start, they seen that their dream was something that they couldn't give up on. A lot of us don't have that passion to see that we have a dream that we can't give up on. That's why later on down the line, you see a lot of artists come up at a later time. And that's another thing. It's never too late. And another thing, as I was writing out the notes for this video, the pen that I was using, it was running out of ink as I was getting to the last sentence. And I want that to be the analogy. You watching this video, I'm the pen. You watching this video, I'm the pen that you're writing with that's running out of ink. When you click off of this video, you should be ready to go get a new pen. New pens write new stories. I just gave you hopefully the best analogy of how to express yourself without giving a fuck who's watching. You have all the materials. You know what you need to do. You know what you gotta do. Get up and do it. Get up and do it. And that's why I released the mixtape. It's not about being perfect. It's not about trying to sound like someone else. It's not about trying to do what someone else is doing. It's all about you wanting to do something that you love. And like I said earlier, it doesn't have to be music. It doesn't have to be art. You could be passionate about being a lawyer. You could be passionate about being a chef. You could be passionate about being an author. You could be passionate about being a philanthropist. You could be passionate about being a speaker. I'm not a fucking speaker, as you can tell, but this was a message that needed to come across. And anything for my Germ Mafia, I'm going to do anything by any means, because I'm never going to let y'all slack. If I'm doing good, y'all need to be doing good, okay? And like I said, y'all been wondering where I'm at. I'm trying to find what makes me happy, and y'all need to be doing the same, okay? Alright, I love y'all. Peace and love. Peace and blessings. Bitch, we got the mic. Bitch, we got the mic. We got the mic. We got the mic. Okay? Like I said, y'all, continue to love yourself. Continue to feed that inner child. And continue to keep pushing and keep going. Because who the fuck is going to be you if you don't be you? Who the fuck is going to be you if you don't be you? Who is going to release your content if you don't release your content? Who going to release that book if you don't write it? Who? Come on. I need y'all to get with me. I need y'all to get with the program, alright? I love y'all. I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.
Off of me, they're a hoe, come step toe with me, bitch. The standard understood that, my standards I've been teaching that. Niggas can't fuck with me, fuck it for they get back. When I touch that Grammy, that's when y'all can have this shit back. Fuck you niggas, if you still tryna spin back. Treat these niggas like dirty dogs, tell this new bitch gon' wipe them all. Wipe me up, wipe me down, no bootsy, this ain't no nasty on my red hair. Turn them all, he love the way I walk through them all. Gotta switch the flow up, can't let them get used to my song.